Well, hey everybody, it's Chris down here in North Georgia. Time for another video. Sorry it's been a while. Haven't had a whole lot to report or show. Tried to work on a few things, but Christmas, New Year's, all that good stuff. So, back to it. So I thought today I'd give you just a little overview of the progress or changes that have been made. What's in the plans. A few new cars I got. Stuff like that. And right now I'm trying out this new tripod thing that my stepson and daughter-in-law gave me for Christmas. It's got this cool light ring, so if I want to put my face in it, it'll light me up, which you don't really want to see my face. Anyway, but I can move it like this. I can move it all different kind of directions. So there's the slot car room. There's where I do the work. And there's where the fun happens. I can also go between, like this is 1/2 mode. I can just push these little buttons. And there's 1 times. And then there's 2 times. 2.5 times. So that's pretty cool. I'm giving it a try for the first time. I don't have the luxury of editing. There are some guys out there, Dan from Slot Valley Racing, he does a lot of editing on his videos. You might see his face in the beginning, then you'll see the track for the rest of the time. I'm just doing this on an iPhone with no editing. So, speaking of Dan from Slot Valley Racing, there's some guys that you should check out that have some great videos out there. You got Slot Valley Racing on YouTube. These are all YouTubers. You got Pro Tinker Toys, Brian and Ryan over there. Do a great job of promoting this hobby. Mark Slot Car Garage, he does some good stuff. Slot Sliders, he does some good stuff. USA 164, that guy's a master craftsman, making stuff for his HO track. And you got Scott's House of HO Racing. And I hope he hurries up and finds a new house, the one that will fit him so he can put his track up and we can get back to seeing him and his track and his cars. So I'll put those in the more section. Those are just a few. And if you haven't subscribed to any of them, please do so, especially Dan. He's right near that 1,000 mark, which is a target for a lot of people. And let's get him to that 1,000 mark. So hit the subscribe button on Slot Valley Racing and help him out. So, all right, let's get on with this. I'm going to pick this contraption up and see how well I work with it. And we'll go do an overview. So right now, I've got this thing at about, 4.5 feet high. Let me push the zoomer. Okay, there's how you zoom it. I'm going to tilt it. There's how you tilt it. Okay, cool. I gotta say, it's a little bit easier to do it with my hands. All right, so here's the new area I found to put the cars so I could see them. I have this old model motoring track that goes all the way around mine, which gives me the ability to do that. And right here, those 4 cars, these Cobras, Daytona Cobras. These are the ones I started collecting just before Christmas. See if I can get it in the video. There it is. And it's the original SRT chassis. Some of them were Mega G Plus, Mega G. The original ones were all SRT chassis. Those are the ones I'm going after now. My next one is a white 56, number 56. Anyways, I love those cars because they only made 6 of them in real life. The other thing I forgot to show you last time that I did cars was my GT 40, my Ford GT40 collection. And that's in this box over here. To start with, we have those two that just came out from AFX Race Masters. Beautiful cars. Go see SVR, Slot Valley Racing, if you want a detailed inspection of them. And then there's all the other ones that I have. These two here are Auto World ones. The rest are all AFX Race Masters. Going back to Mega G's, not without the plus or Mega G pluses. I don't think I have any SRTs in there. These two are customs. This one has a Super G Plus chassis in it. And this one has, I took one of those Mega G Plus chassis and put this on the silver one. Custom painted, etc. So those are pretty cool. So, moving on down around over here. Rest of the cars. Those are muscle cars there. Road cars there. Anything older than 1960, right there. And then the F1 cars. I still have to find a place for more cars. Anyway. I had to slow down. I bought too many before Christmas. Let me pick this thing up. So, track's all back together. Let me get it back to smaller size there. Oh, and for those that haven't seen it before, here's the garage area. So if I have something that needs work, let's say like this one here, let's say I haven't updated that to level 42 magnets and it's flying off the track, I'll put it there. I'll know what it is because then I'll take it off and bring it over here and fix it. So that's kind of what I use the garage area for. And you can get full access to it. It's got all the stuff inside. It's pretty cool. It's from a long time ago. I bought it off of eBay. They don't make these things anymore. So then we'll come around here. Landscaping, I still haven't finished the desert landscaping because I was working on lights for the track. There's the desert landscaping. These are all the old original model motoring cars that I rebuilt that I got from my brother-in-law. There's the grandstands and ticket booth. That's the walking bridge over to the bathrooms I bought at the Cleveland Slot Car Show. Speaking of that, my wife and I are going to go back to either Cleveland or we may even go to the one in Pennsylvania in April. But I kind of like to go back to Cleveland and maybe be able to help Brian out from Pro Tinker on his setup. So, in the month of December, I put up 9 lights around this thing. I put up 3 right here. I put up 3 around that circle. And I put 3 up over there. And these are the lights. They're, again, from the 60s. Aurora model motoring. Got a little base on them. They're metal. Pretty cool. They're incandescent lights. So I was just going to power them with a transformer. Well, I got the 9 put up. And the way they went up is I glued them to this part of the track. Right here. But I did it out here, here, and down here. So that they would hang on the track like that. And I used this little mounting thing to glue to the side of the track. Well, week before Christmas, my friend came over and we did our first winter racing. And out of the 9 I put up, 6 fell off. So I said, okay, I can't do that. So I'm gonna get a hold of Dan and he's got some really tall lights that he got from Just Plug It. And I'm gonna go that route. I'll still use some of them along the flat areas over there. The only flat areas I have. But because this track is so elevated, I can't really do those kind of lights that I wanted. So we'll come down here. There's my little Porsche collection. Those are pretty cool. I don't run them very much, but those are drag cars. They're out of over 4 gears, but they do go well on the track. I do like the 4-gear chassis. That's about the only one. The new Super 3 isn't bad. So there's the track from this end. Good view of it. Let me zoom in. That's too zoomed. That's better. And this is what I'm working on now. Trying to do this slowly so I don't make anybody nauseated. So instead of the lights, I'm working on my lighted signposts. And there's one, and that's where that one will go. I have 4 of them. And it's got lights on it, and that little rigging that you see there, it's an old slot car company, and you can replace those. They're just little pieces of cardboard. You can put whatever you want in there. I could put Professor Tinker sticker in there, or I could put an AFX sticker in there, or Sunoco, or whatever. So now we'll go over here, and I'll show you how easy they are to make. There we go. Get back to that. So there's the post. I'm gonna sit down here. And what I did is, for Christmas, I got this great little miter box and saw. I can do that, or I can do angle cuts. You're limited on the thickness of the wood, but for little cuts like that up here, that's what I'm doing. So I got this is a harder wood, not balsa, from Hobby Lobby. They got all kinds of this kind of wood. And I just cut a little base right there. And the one back there, the sign back there has a square, which is this balsa wood stock. Easy to cut, easy to work with. And this is just a piece of dowel. So, I have to decide whether I'm going to do them in square or dowel, or I might do 2 of each, because I have 4 signs. Here's the other signs I have. I have a Sunoco, I have a Coke, and this says Lifelike Railroad. These are still in the package from way back when, in the 60s. Pretty cool. And then you could paint them. I don't want them silver because I don't want them silver. I'm gonna give them that creosote look, like a railroad tie. And there's a couple ways to do that. I use these water-based Crayola markers for stuff, and you could, rub on some black and brown or whatever colors, green for mold if you want. But I am doing this. I just take this little torch thing I got, and I kind of burn. I'm gonna burn some areas on there. I don't make it uniform because I want it to look like it's just that way from being out in the weather. And then what I'm gonna do is when I place them, I have 2 are gonna be in the desert area and 2 are gonna be in the grass area. The grass area is easier. I cut a slit, I slip this underneath the slit, and that will hold it in place. And the signs will be just glued on top of here like that. And then in the desert area, I'm gonna, either at Hobby Lobby or Hobby Town down in Atlanta, I'm gonna get some of that It's like small little pieces of rock. It's ballast. And they use that ballast in HO train modeling to put in between the railroad ties and along the sides of the track, just like a real track is in real life. The ballast is crushed rock, but the rocks are, big. So I'll put those around here, and it'll just look like a hole was drilled and post put in, and there it goes. So that's what I'm working on now. Here's that box of lights that I wanted to use. There's like 36 of them in there. I'm going to use some of them. I'll find a way to use some of them. And because they're just kind of, they're kind of neat and they're nostalgic. So that's my thoughts on those. So anyway, that's what's been going on. And that's the current state of my Smoky Mountain Raceway. I'm not sure whether or not I want to call it a Smoky Mountain Raceway or if I want to call it the Blue Ridge Mountain Raceway. Both represent the area of the mountains I live in at the tip of that range in northern Georgia. So, and a cool thing happened. I mentioned I'm from North Georgia and where I'm from, and I got a message from on YouTube from a fella, and he said, "Hey, I'm over here," and he's in the next town over. It's only about 30 minutes away, and he owns a great little shop in this town called Blairsville. It's called the Emporium, and he's got collectibles in there and then some antique stuff, and he's getting ready to open up a tea shop next to it. There's a lot of tea drinkers up here in the mountains. And so I went and I saw him. And he had bought his son a Victory 400 set for Christmas. And he loves it. So he's into racing. He's seen a lot of the videos and he'd seen my videos. And his name is Ziggy. What a cool name, huh? Ziggy. I like it. So went over and saw the dad. His name's Corey. And I took some extra landscape stuff, trees and some grass stuff and signposts, a few other things I had that I didn't need. And I wanted him to give them to his son to put on his new layout. And at some point in time, they're going to come over here and race. And I can't wait. I can't wait to meet Ziggy. And, that's how this hobby keeps going. We pass it on. I'm passing it on to my grandsons. They're 5 and 3. The 5-year-old grasps it. The 3-year-old just wants to grab the cars and put them on the ground and smash them and push them. So, but that's going to change as they advance. I bought them a little Hot Wheels self-contained racetrack for Christmas, which is pretty cool. They like that. And I have another Tyco, 44 feet of Tyco track with everything needed to run that I'm saving for them. That'll be their first track, probably when they're around 10, 11 years old. And then, of course, everything you see here and all those cars will wind up in their hands when it's time for me to go to that big track up in the sky where all the cars run well and don't fall off the track. And they all have the right power and the right control. Looking forward to that. Not right now, though. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my video and checking it out. I hope you had fun watching it. And next, I'm going to finish updating my catch fencing and guardrails with the new stuff. I've discovered 2 more spots where the cars can fly off the track. If I come across a spot where a car goes off the track 2 times, then I'll put up a fence. And sometimes I have to follow it up with the new Armico guard railing, which is pretty slick. They go together. I did that and showed that in one of my other videos. So that being said, I will thank you again for stopping by and hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to making another one soon. Have a great day. great weekend. It's Friday the 13th. I'm not going anywhere. I'm too afraid to run a car. I might just break it indefinitely. I'm just kidding. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again for stopping. Bye.